relax. I won't be speaking for very long. I think several speakers here have very eloquently made the case for more open space in Hong Kong. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. Of course, a lot of people don't want it next door to their home. The concept of open space disturbing residents to me is very difficult to get my head around, but there you have it. But what I'd like to talk about is more about how we design the open space. Once it's been planned, once it's been provided, once we have this nice block of open space, what do we put there? What exactly is it going to be for? I'm sure all of you remember the East Asian Games. It wasn't that long ago, and those little mascots, you know, Donnie and Amy and all the rest of it. And it was quite successful, I think, to the surprise of many people, myself included. But because of this, of course, we now are under increasing pressure to look again at, are we really doing enough to promote a real sporting culture in Hong Kong? Yes, there are pockets. Yes, we have the Sports Institute. Yes, we have, you know, some programs going on. But there's been a little bit of work done recently which suggests maybe there's a lot more that needs to be done. And a big contributing factor here is going to be how we use our open space. A few little slides just to get us going. Nice big park in New York, great big urban heat island. Central Park, nice game of bowls, you can see Ian Brownlee on the far left. Central Park again, nice bit of kayaking, you can kayak around on the pond. Tokyo, another big place with the walls and the urban heat island. You can go into Ueno Park and have a nice game of baseball. Even Lumpini Park in Bangkok. It's hard to find a park in Bangkok, but there is one, quite a big one, Lumpini Park. There's some people enjoying some sepak takraw there. And I'll leave this one up for a bit longer. You can look at this. A bit of Venice Beach type action. A guy lying on his back playing the flute. And of course in Hong Kong we have fantastic green open space, Chater Garden, except of course it looks like this, which is nice. You know, there's some water there, quite a lot of water, a few trees, quite a lot of concrete, not that many people actually in this picture, but there you go. And we have Kowloon Park, again, some nice trees, a few more people, and Hong Kong Park, again, nice bit of water there, that's nice, and some trees, again, not that many people. What I'm trying to get at here is that I'm not knocking Hong Kong Park or Kowloon Park or for that matter Chater Garden. They're all, you know, really nice big sitting out areas basically. But picking up on one of the points that Fiona made earlier, when you ask people what kind of, you know, spaces do you want, people want spaces that are green, spaces for recreation. And I think Fiona said something which wasn't on her slide, but places where you can go and do things. That is what's going to make an open space dynamic. That is what is going to bring people in. That is what's going to make it attractive. It's nice to be able to walk around Hong Kong Park. It's nice to be able to walk around Kowloon Park. But how much nicer was Chater Garden when it was just a great big green lawn and you could actually envisage people going out and having events on it. The reason this is quite pertinent is because the Sports Commission, which I have the privilege of being sort of a member of, its Community Sports Committee has recently done a study on where we are in terms of encouraging participation. I'm not going to go through the benefits of sport and participation in sport. They should be obvious to everyone. Health, socio-economic, it's all been said many, many times before. But interestingly, the study found that despite the fact that everyone knows how great sport is and how good it is for you, less than 1/3 of Hong Kong adults are achieving a fairly standard benchmark for the amount of sporting or physical activity we should be taking part in. And more than that number actually can be classed as physically inactive. Even if you look at a slightly less demanding benchmark, just saying that you know, maybe taking part in sport 3 times a week for 30 minutes each time, okay, we're getting close to half, but we've still got that same 32% who are totally inactive. Kids, again, kids need a little bit more time to get used to it. They need 60 minutes, 5 days a week. How many of our kids are achieving that? About 1/3. If we use the less demanding benchmark, if we think giving our children 30 minutes physical activity and sport 3 times a week is okay, then about 3/4 of our children are getting that. That's not bad, is it? But even if we manage to get more people out playing, if we can successfully build up our sports promotion programs and get, you know, 80–90% of the kids interested, maybe more than half of the couch potatoes to get off the couch, where are they going to go? Where are they going to play? usage rate for grass pitches in Hong Kong is 100%. In fact, it's actually more than that, because they actually book more sessions than they should, which is why most of Hong Kong's grass pitches are in a terrible state, certainly by this time of the year. We've recently taken to providing more artificial turf pitches. They have the benefit, of course, of being able to be used more or less 24/7, and they're cheaper to maintain. But again, the usage rate for those, right up to 98%. Hockey is a very popular sport in Hong Kong. Hockey is great. Everyone plays it. Every community in Hong Kong plays hockey. Men play it, women play it, kids play it. We've got one public hockey ground. Baseball, growing sport. Kids love it. Parents love it because their kids are disciplined. They're wearing those cute uniforms. They can't really hurt each other too badly as long as they stand clear of the bats. It's a good sport. I mean, I don't personally really get it, but it's good. You know, people enjoy it. How many baseball grounds have we got? We got one on a landfill site, and they have to share it for the football pitch. And there are a few other pockets of kids who do their best to get out and use the corner of a football pitch in Kwun Tong or Ma Shan or something like that. So even if we were to get more people up and going, if we were to increase this level of sports participation, they'd have nowhere to go. They really wouldn't. So clearly we need to think about, are we providing the right kind of public open space for people? Open space that people can really do things in, where people can actually go and there's something going on that they can take part in, or they can organise to take part in something. Let's have a look at a recent case study in Zheng Guan O. This will show you the kind of problem that we're right now tackling in Home Affairs Bureau. Zheng Guan O, population 360,000 people. Unbelievable. You wouldn't think that. About 30% of those are in this younger, you would assume, you would hope, more active age group. There are 26 secondary schools. There are 38 primary schools in Zheng Guan O. And they have a reasonable provision of open space, 60 hectares of public open space. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a new town, so they've actually been able to plan it. You've got some nice areas laid out.